Ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. I hope you guys are feeling good. Hope you're doing well. And I hope you had a good day today in the markets. So, before we jump into this one, just remember our disclaimer. All right, guys, remember that day trading is risky business. A lot of people are having a hard time. Take it slow. Slowest is the fastest way. Ensure that your tuition to the market is low by utilizing small share size and or practicing in a simulator as you learn how to trade, as you become competent and experienced. Other than that, remember my results are not typical. Remember that the live streams and recaps are never an invitation to copy trade. And lastly, I do not invest for my subscribers. So be careful of fake accounts. I will never message you first. With that being said, let's jump into it. As you guys can see from the thumbnail, I am up about $4,600 today. Another good day in the market. We'll walk through how I was able to get it done. We're going to take a look at the stocks, how I found them, how I was looking to manage my risk on the patterns and setups that I took. And we're going to talk a little bit about the chat room and the importance of having a good community as well. All right, so hit that thumbs up. This one is going to be short and sweet. And let's rock and roll. We're going to start off with stock. And there's really only two main stocks here today. We can start with NMHI, the stock that I went from up almost 1K to red and then back to small green. Just a little disappointing to give back my profits on this thing. Uh-oh. And here you guys will see all of Marcelo's hotkeys, by the way, as that's pulling up on accident there. Trying to get my 5-minute chart together here. There we go. So yeah. NMHI, guys, today was all about the penny stocks, man. Shout out to all the cheaper stocks that are just ripping and going. You know, we had our election. We had the new president be determined, and the market responded very positively. You know, the market responded very positively. If we were to look at SPY, we had an insane gap up here from 579 up to 596 over the last day and a half. So with the uncertainty for the future gone and clear, we saw even the Russell 2000 move up aggressively, which is an indice that looks over these small cap stocks, right? And so small caps, they've been hot, and it seems like they might just be hotter moving forward. And in that, the penny stocks have been killing it. NMHI ended up going from 12 cents to 43 cents in an epic move. Now, I did not watch it from start to finish. I came about midway if I'm to pull up my show trades. But we came on board and we were able to get going very quickly, getting up to about $700 here in this last half of the uptrend. We were around 31 when I saw it. We got ourselves going. This thing pushed up to 35, pulled back. And so a lot of people ask, hey, well, Relentless, how are you trading these stocks, right? A lot of quick trades, a lot of level 2 and tape reading, as well as the patterns. And in this case here, a particular pattern here is going to be the 3-bar play, right? We have our high point. We then dip down off this high. So high right here, 35.91, low of 39, or excuse me, low on this red candle, 32.20. So from 35.91, almost 36, we pulled back to 32. And from 32, we then surged up here to a high of 38. We had not only the bottoming wick here, but also the 1-minute candle to make the new high coming across on this green candle here. So these are the type of entries that we're trading. A lot of baby pullbacks, right? We got a new high, we pulled back again. This is here, this time there's no red candle, but the concept is the same. And then it rips up. The problem with me is that I got a little too aggressive. And then I also got caught a little bit on the backside here, which is why I went from green 700 to then flat to red, then to back small green. That was NMHI. But pay attention to that trend because it's going to come back here very quickly on some of the other stocks like ENSC. ENSC, if we're to pull this one up, again, another cheaper stock, low 66 cents, high 98. And if we're to look at our patterns, right, let's also make sure to show our 5-minute candle, our 5-minute chart here some love. Let's get this accurate. All right, see a little bit more of the bigger picture here. We'll see that this one started off in after hours yesterday, pushed up to a high of 92, coming from 50 cents, pulled back, and then today we started pre-market consolidating sideways into the open. It surged up. Beautiful surge here. And, you know, again, coming back to our patterns, right? Let's see where we got involved on this one. Show trades. So we got involved on this one as early as 9:32. As early as 9:32. So high of day this time, 75 cents. Hey, Relentless, what's your first entry and what are you looking for? Well, break of the high. The stocks have been so strong, they've been continuing higher and higher and higher. So as I'm seeing this right here, I'm jumping in for the break of 75. It then goes from 75 to 76. Relentless, how are you making money if the stocks are only going up 1 cent at a time? Well, let me pull out my calculator here to show you guys something, right? Relentless, how can you make money if the stock is going up at only 1 cent? So on this particular stock, I believe we were using about 30,000 shares. 30,000 times 0.01, which is 1 penny. This is 1 cent. For every 1 cent the stock moves up or down, I will make $300 or lose $300, right? So it's a little bit more high stake, but what we find is that the risk is actually pretty limited on these cheaper stocks because let's say the float, some of them, the float is a little higher, it's a little bit more liquid, and they're holding their levels well in the uptrends. It's not to say that they can't pull back and give a massive red candle, but early in the move especially, we're seeing that they're holding their levels and they're continuing higher. And a big part of this is stock selection and how we find our stocks, right? Which is going to bring me over here to Momo Pro, the scanning software that I use every day, because we're not looking at anything that doesn't have a certain percentage gain and volume to go with it, along with the float, right? So let's enlarge this list here and take a scroll down. You guys will see that there's a lot of stocks that are up almost every day, but look at this one right here, right? Look at NSTM. Okay, it's up 148%, great, but only at 3 cents, and then there's only 100,000 shares of volume and 46 million shares outstanding. Versus if we're to continue to scroll down here to one of our hotter stocks that came along, and maybe I can filter for volume so we don't have to do too much scrolling here. Let's see. Can we get one of our cheaper stocks here that came along? FCEL. Okay, there we go. WBUY, right? Over 1,400,000,000 shares traded. WBUY up 76%. The float at 84 million, guys. NMHI, 400 million shares of volume, float of 31 million. So this is supply and demand. Float, shares available for the public to trade. When you have just 31 million shares available to trade, and there's 400 million or a billion plus shares being traded, that allows for an imbalance. That allows for volatility, which then gives us a chance as hyper scalpers to capitalize. All right, so keep that in mind. ENSC set 30%, and mind you, a lot of these stocks at this time have sold off. ENSC 31% gain, 100 million shares plus a volume, but only 14 million shares in the rotation available for the public to trade. Classic supply and demand. So when these stocks have lower floats and higher volume, we can see an imbalance to the buy side, which then leads to these uptrends. And no stock just goes straight up and straight down. There's always pullbacks, consolidation, dips, and rips, right? Every stock chart will look like this if it's going up. Nothing just goes up and then down. It's just not what goes on. So when the stocks are doing this, and uptrending, especially for me, this is what really allows me to capitalize. So coming back to our patterns here, we had a quick pullback, right? And this here essentially also a bit of a bull flag as well, right? Don't forget our bull flag, our country's flag, sometimes a little bit triangular, right? This thing is pushing up, small consolidation, right? So we have our flagpole, small consolidation, candle then makes a new high, continues higher, and we ranks and we repeat. We ranks and we repeat. From this high, we get a dip, and then it goes. Again, dip, and then it goes. Again, dip, bigger dip here, and then it goes. And so we're able to anticipate these entries by utilizing level 2 with time and sales, along with the chart pattern. And we're very quick and active of getting in and out, and that leads to us making gains. So, you know, this hyper scalping style is not the easiest style ever. No strategy in trading is easy. Everything comes with its own set of challenges and you know, pros and cons. But we really love what we do, man. And a lot of the times our risk is limited because we're not holding overnight. We're not holding for hours, minutes. We find it easier to predict where the stock will be in the next 5-10 seconds versus the next 5-10 minutes, 5-10 months, or 5-10 years, right? And these same patterns, along with our level 2, is what gives us the insight. And I'm going to show you guys maybe a small trade here that I took as part of this day on ENSC here on my with my level 2, which is this instrument right here included. ENSC, are you a part of this one? Maybe not. Okay, yes it is, left hand side of the screen. So I'm going to show you guys here, and in this particular case I'm using 19,000 shares, so every penny is going to be about 190, 195. So right here, I'm watching, again, just like I said to you guys, I'm watching at the breakouts, I'm watching at the dips, high or low, right? Right here, this thing's coming up at 93, at 92.90, and I'm buying long for the break of 93, and I want to see how this is going to do. It gets to 94. I'm taking it off. And these small gains, they can add up over time. It seems to be holding the level. I jump back in, 94. It's ripping up to 95. I'm selling, taking another small gain, right? So these small gains, as you guys will see, and I'm not going to show all of this because it'll be unfair to my students. My students, they have access to watch this thing fast forward, rewind, go back, do anything that they want to see exactly how I got it done, right? So NMHI, like, as I mentioned to you guys, I was already up 800, and I'm going to show you this massive loss here that's going to happen. Where did it happen? I think actually, okay, and I remember how this happened. I'm looking to buy a small dip on the screen candle, and I noticed the stock is coming down. I try to sell it. It looks like I tried to sell a little too quickly, and I had an order confirmation pop up on my screen, which prevented me from getting out instantly, which caused me to take on a little bit more risk, getting out slower in the trade. So look at this. Right here I jumped in 40 at 40.40, thinking, okay, we're going to bounce back up 41, 42. And then I'm going to notice, okay, it's coming down. Was it right here? Okay, maybe it's the next trade. Okay, I think it's this trade right here. So I took a small loss there, and you can see we're keeping our stops tight, getting back out if we think the stock is not bouncing. Right here, I'm going to jump in. 39, right around this area here, I'm going to jump in, and this is where I'm going to get blazed. Right there. And so you can see my order didn't quite fill. I'm going to try to sell. And I'm going to get this pop-up window. So I had to move my mouse cursor all the way down. And just like that, boom, I mean, I'm on realize I'm down like 500 here, right? In at 38.80, and the stock is at 36. So every penny is going to be, in this case, 280 bucks. So I just stomached the loss. I took the loss on my chin like a champ. And I said, hey, you know what? That's fine. And I moved on, right? So showing you guys the winners, the losers. That's how I ended up losing on that stock. We did make something back, but you know, we could have ended plus one, like 1K, if we didn't take those couple of losses going down. But you know, part of the deal. So that was ENSC, as well as NMHI. Now for the big stock of the day, WBUY. And after this, we're going to talk about why a community is important. WBUY was much of the same, and this one ended up going from 13 cents pre-market to a high of 37 cents. We pulled back coming into the open, and then we had this insane red to green here. This was the beginning of this move, right? Red to green. This is also one of the other patterns that we look for. And once we had this, it also aligned with a bit of a VWAP bounce here. This white line, our VWAP level, volume weighted average price. We bounced off of this area here nicely. And if you're keeping an eye on this thing, maybe you could have started taking a few early trades for the 1 minute candle to make the new high. At the time, our red candle was a pretty solid red candle, but we were coming into the new 5 minute candle here, which was green and bullish. We started off with this bit of an indecision doji into a hammer candle, into two full body green candles, which then led us to this consolidation here. And you can see this, also like a bit of a bull flag. It's a little bit more extended. So we like to call it at this point a wedge. And in the wedge, we had a couple of bottoming tails, which we can focus on getting in on for dips. Relentless, how do you know when to buy in for the bottoming tails, right? This is where level 2 and time and sales come into play. And you guys can definitely check out the live trading archives or the chapter going over level 2 and time and sales to see exactly how we're using this. The archives also, in the archives, you can see exactly when we're buying and selling. So something that is to note here is that we did get higher lows here in the second half of this, which is a bullish sign. And as the wedge got, we started off a little wider here. As the wedge got tighter and tighter and tighter, there's going to be an explosion. Is it going to be down or is it going to be up? In this case, it was up. And you know what? Was this the big green candle that I missed? No. That was this one over here. This thing ended up going from 33 to 39 to then 41 before giving us a bit of an extended consolidation and then pull back. And notice here how well we held up these low points on this move. Once, twice, thrice, 4, 5, 6, 7 times before it really gave in and broke down. Now right here, guys, oh man, I tell you, right here I got so frustrated. So I'm trading well, I'm doing my thing. I think I'm up about 1.8k on the day, and I took some great trades here, buying a little lower, selling a little higher, buying a little lower, selling a little higher. But when I looked up at my P&L, I went from 1.8k to then 1.2, and I'm like, how the heck did I lose money? And I got frustrated. Literally right here, this happened to me, like right here. So what did I do? Instead of sticking it out like a champ, taking it on the chin and just moving forward, I came right here and I checked my log. I'm looking at the trades, like where did I get filled? And you know what? By the time I come back, literally right here, this happened, man. By the time I come back, this massive green, a slap in the face, because I was telling myself, hey, stay focused. Don't get upset. Stay focused. Keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the road. Do not text and drive. Do not get distracted looking by something on the road. Just keep your eyes on the prize so that you can make decisions that can ultimately be in your best benefit. And I fell short on that. And the market showed me why it pays to not be distracted and look away. I mean, the biggest candle of the day. And it's so crazy because, and maybe if I did get some good fills and didn't get distracted, that's the other side of it. But man, the biggest candle of the day from 38 to 54. Guys, this if I was to catch this here, it would have tripled my day. Tripled just off of this move. I would have been up about 9,000 if I would have caught this. End result. This would have given me like 5,000 to 6,000 in gains. So very, very disappointing, or at worst case 4K. Very disappointing to not capture this candlestick. But from there, we told ourselves, hey, suck it up. which, you know, we did take a minute or two to do, and then we got ourselves going again. So definitely work to be done in terms of that. But, you know, all in all, a great day. We're up about 4K. After fees are up 4.1. And I do want to give a shout out to the chat room. You know, talk about having a community, talk about being in a place where there's like-minded people who are on the same goal and are on the same track as you. I mean, just shout out to the team, man. And it also lets you know what can be done and what's out there for us. So if we just scroll up here in the profit list, different sections, right? This particular section is where we come and post how well we did on the day or how much we lost on the day. The purple names are students, and where are we? The purple names are students. The blue names are general chat room members. I mean, this is, guys, this is like unprecedented. Is this today? Okay, today. Actually, we got to keep going, I think. There's a lot of like banter in here, a lot of talk, which is fine. Broker trades, Marcelo. I mean, guys, these are people who just making stupid money, insane, crazy money in just one day. Broker trades a little bit smaller size. Marcelo, the other mentor, getting it done. We got a red P&L here, and that's all right. Cansamo, fine, not bad. Jimmy, red with the small size. Mr. Man, getting it done. Zeus, day 4, first red day in the sim here for Zeus after being up 800. Let's continue down. Zay, nicely done with a small size. Process over profits, likewise with SF. SF returning from vacation. And here you get into some of the bigger P&Ls. Gus, chat room member, 12,000, 10K of that coming from WBUY. Cactus Rob, $3,000. Man. Guys, just, are you seeing what I'm seeing here? Are you seeing what I'm seeing here, man? This is insane. This said here's 7.5K, guys. These are students doing these numbers. 5.6K. Gambit, shout out to him, who I did have a great talk with, about a 5-10 minute talk for verification, which is this blue check, which verifies his profits. And in fact, we have to do this for every one of our students too, because once you make over 25K in gains and you're consistently profitable, we can do it. And a lot of you guys just in the last month and a half has hit that threshold. So we got to do a new round of verification and update all the people who are here who has passed the requirement. Momo Bro, first 1K day, man. Shay, holding it down for all the ladies, $400. ZH, small size, getting it done. But saying broke multiple rules and need to work on that. So definitely look forward to improving and being a little bit more disciplined. Big Beam, another one of the students, started off with just 10 shares, proved concept for 3 months, and then started increasing share size. 18,000, 18 T with a T, 1,000 with a T. The casual viewer watching on might not think these numbers are real. And I understand, man. There's a lot of fake gurus. There's those fake Forex traders. The stigma around trading is pretty bad right now. And that's why the Relentless trading community is here, is to prove transparency to people that what we are doing is real. You know, these people who are here are an extension of me. If you don't think these people are real, then you don't think I'm real. I'm here to vouch, especially if they have this blue check. I'm here to vouch for all these individuals, right? So just keep that in mind, right? And I'm the most transparent trader that there is. So much so that I'm almost willing to give you my bank account number and social security, right? So just, you know, again, insane stuff. Charcoal, we got Turtle, reach out for verification as well. D trades also reach out for verification, and then also well over, or getting over 100K in gains here. Man, this is insane stuff, man. Lucas. At this rate, we got to call him Lucas Skywalker or something because, man, 41,000 with a T. $1,000. This is someone's salary somewhere here in the States just in 5 hours of trading, 6 hours of trading. Green Dream, $5,000 today. Come on, man. Green Dream getting it done. Beam added some more, 24,000. Mighty Putty, $2,000. Spartan, second 5-figure day. He's part of the big club. He's part of the big club. $12,000. Insane stuff. Insanity. Shout out to Spartan, man. Shout out to Spartan, my very first MMU student. Shout out to Spartan, man. D-Tex, getting it done at the small size. Enzo, process over profits. $400 on the day. Tim, 42,000. 42,000. 42,000 new personal record day. Do you see what's going on inside of the Relentless Trading, the Merciless Markets community? Come on, man. Come on. We didn't even have some of the heavy hitters like Save, Crispy, Andy, some of the other guys didn't even post yet. Talk to us nicely, man. Big Tim, one of the other day trading mentors here in the community. Talk to us nice, man. Shout out to the community. And all of this is used for inspiration, motivation. It lets us know what can be done. If we continue to work and push forward, it's possible that we too can get to these gains. So for anybody out there who's a struggling trader, who's red, who might have had a small green day, do not look at this and be discouraged. Not even close. Use this as motivation. Use this as encouragement. Use this, let this set that flame inside of you and let you know that you can improve, you can do better. If this wasn't real and possible, there's nobody could have been able to do these numbers in a day, right? So just know that with enough hard work and time, we all can get up there, man. It's not easy, it's not guaranteed, but we know that the best version of ourselves are capable. So keep working on being your best self each and every day. And with that being said, hit that thumbs up, subscribe. It's been Relentless Trader. It's been a great recap here. You can see all these messages I'm getting. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. All right.